That's like everything we record. Hey, did we finish that video? Is the mic on?
Oh my god, bro.
We've done that so many times.
I made
It's usually my fault because I was for some reason put in charge of turning the mics on.
Dude.
Well, I mean, because before you were like, I'll be the sound guy.
Well, okay, that's the funny part about this. I was the sound guy. I started off as a sound guy. We had really shitty equipment, and so they always just made fun of me for the sound not working
It was really
because we
funny,
had
though.
really shitty equipment. Because it was like my stuff, and it was just like all this incompatible stuff.
Oh,
So we had to
Nothing
find a
ever
way to make it compatible.
So it's jank.
So
Yeah,
it was jank as
very
fuck. So I'd always just say like, I just gotta fuck with it a little. Like I gotta fiddle with it.
It was always the fiddle with it,
Yeah.
and we've never let that
They
go.
never let it go. But now that we have real equipment, I am actually kind of the sound
set
guy.
the whole soundboard
I'm
up.
like,
I was so impressed.
Yeah, that
Actually
looks a
the
little
best with the sound.
complicated, like on the different channels and everything. I don't like it.
it's fun.
That's why I like one
It's
microphone. One microphone, 2 cameras. That's it.
See, that makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
I struggle so much with doing our shit because I just have to deal with everybody.
There's so much going on in here, dude. Like, if you get all those computers in here, you got 6 computers.
Yeah.
You got all that sound, hella cameras, hella
The
microphones.
whole projector, we could use this whole area too. We've used
We
this
use
for like
it for foreplay.
Yeah, foreplay is our like gaming show. So it's like we
Dude,
sit-
that's
Yes,
funny.
a lot of our shows are sexual innuendos.
That's
foreplay,
nice. That's
role
good.
play.
Those two.
That's it.
I think I've
Anything
seen
that we
foreplay
play in
before.
groups.
I've seen foreplay, like, but not
Not us.
no, like not in porn. I'm talking about yours.
Oh, really? Have
Yeah.
we released a foreplay? We might have.
No,
I
I,
have no
think
idea.
it was like a little snippet on something, but you guys were playing.
We've definitely done
It was
streams.
when
of
we
it.
were in school still.
Yeah, we streamed Lovers in a Dangerous Space Time before, which we are actually just getting back into. We fucking
We have
love
7
that game.
episodes.
What is that?
It's like a 4-player game on Xbox.
You
It's
all
pretty
just
fun.
like control like little characters that control a bigger spaceship all at the same time.
Oh, I've seen that.
It's
like
so
2D
much
or
It's
whatever.
fun.
It's
Yeah,
so
fun
okay,
as
I've
hell.
seen that.
That's like one of our
It's
favorites.
kind of like I mean, it's like multiplayer faster than light, and it's like instead of your ship just kind of being in the same place and you don't really have to control it, you have to have one person dedicated to steering the ship.
Other people on the 4 guns or like map
shields,
systems
yep.
or shields, yeah.
See, my problem is I have like 5 friends or 6 friends. So if we want to play a game that's 4-player co-op,
You gotta
it's
leave 2
the
people
awkward
out.
conversation of like who's
getting
not
left out?
playing, who's not coming.
See, that's easy with us because we're all mean, so we really don't care. We'll be like, yo,
Oh.
3 people over here, let's film
And now
this.
that we have a
Fuck
set
off,
group
other
of people
And
that
then
play,
later,
it's
yeah.
really, it just starts with whoever sits down to play, and then because of like continuity, we just have those 4 people.
Just do that specific game, pretty much.
Oh.
We originally started it with James instead of Mihai, but
I mean, we filmed one actual episode of that, and the audio quality was terrible because it wasn't actually a video. We streamed it, and then
And
we
took the
archived
clip
that
from-
stream. Yeah.
Oh,
and that's when we
what
had
I
to
do.
use the shitty.
Yeah, but we
program.
had
we had the
horrible
shitty extreme
lavalier
audio.
mics,
Yep.
like the wireless.
I want
mics.
some of those, dude. That's gonna be.
We
Yeah, but
bought
we had
like the
bad ones.
cheapest ones we could find.
Oh,
They
that's
were like
probably where I'm starting.
$20.
Yeah.
Were they that bad?
They were okay for a while, but
Do we
they
even have them anymore?
they're somewhere. They're probably in the equipment cabinet back there.
The only I saw one streamer use them, Soda Poppin'. You know Soda
Yeah.
Poppin'? He had a lapel mic.
I don't know. So
You know what Soda Poppin'? he's
I don't
huge.
watch
Okay.
streamers.
But he had a lapel mic,
Fuck is this guy?
and it caught everything, bro. Like
Yeah.
everything that was happening in the room, you could hear it. And it was bad. I don't know how.
I feel like that'd be a good stream mic for somebody who like as long as you're in an environment where nobody's gonna be like walking through the room or anything.
These ones are on table ones.
No. I mean
Or-
those are great too because those are like just
Very.
you.
Those are good,
like-
yeah.
But I'm saying that road one over there, that really area one.
Oh yeah, dude.
I feel like if you're in a quiet environment, like if you have a proper
If you have a
environment, that'd
soundproof
be a
room.
good one.
That's
Yeah.
one of my problems too. My room is I have no walls. So freaking it's
We
terrible.
have too many walls.
Yeah, we
actually.
have too
They
many
bounce right
very
off
hard
that shit.
walls.
Yeah, I've been meaning to buy soundproof panels for like years. And
Mainly
just
for
never-
the ceiling.
The
Because
ceiling's
whenever somebody walks, you can hear it very clearly.
Don't go to Guitar Center. They're expensive there.
Yeah.
It's
we
like
were
just
looking.
gonna find it.
go Amazon, dude. 100%.
We were on eBay and shit.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
Or we at one point we were gonna make.
You
them,
can just
'cause
use
make
foam.
them.
Like it's as
Foam
long as
or
it's
blankets.
like obviously like good ones are gonna be way more effective. But like you
And
can just
more-
make things like layer some towels and it'll be a soft surface.
And that absorbs
No,
all the
I actually
sound.
saw a video. A guy built his own like sound panels, and so you get like a nice looking towel
Just-
around a frame for like the front of it, so that it
Uh-huh.
looks good.
Then you just
and then you just
pile
put
all the shitty ones
like
behind
all
it.
shitty ones behind it. and he did like audio tests, and it was like really good.
It was like really close to like the normal level sound
Mm-hmm.
performance.
I feel like I would just rather buy them though. Like that's all.
It would be easier, but
It's a good way to go if you have
Yeah.
a bunch of scrap towels.
Yeah, if you have just a bunch of scrap.
honestly
towels.
though, if you get a black frame, black towel on front, I think that would look fine. That's what we were gonna do. We were just too lazy for it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
because
get
you have
red
to
and
build
black.
the frame.
That'd
When
be
I have
good.
mine red black checker. Oh, I can't
See,
wait.
we just do white and black, so.
Yeah, I mean you got a lot of colors in here. I think it's mostly because of like
Well,
This-
so the whole thing with us is each like the general color for AL is just white and black,
Mm-hmm.
but then each person has their own individual color.
So like
It's
for subtitles, every time someone talks, their subtitle is a different color.
Can mine be red?
I mean, you have to dispute it with Jack.
Is red? Oh, is yours red? Mm-hmm. How about? No, that's a little too much work.
well, we don't subtitle this.
What-
But we'll
what
have to
did-
figure
No,
something
no, I'm
for
talking
that.
about. Okay, we can talk about that later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can edit it in.
Edited it.
I got a
We'll
couple
figure it
ideas
out.
already running through.
Edited it.
Anyways, since I'm horrible at this, welcome back to the Out of Context podcast. I'm your host Noah Sohaki, and with me this week is our special guest Sam Sanchez, aka WearyTwo,
Oh yeah, I like that intro.
and also Jack by himself over there. Anyways, back into our conversation. This is episode 10, I believe. I don't know.
Fuck you. Who's counting?
Me.
I'm pretty sure on the videos it says.
Yeah,
That's what I
we
don't
figure
care.
that out after the fact.
Yep.
You keep throwing that at me, so it's everything after the fact is just me doing it. We'll figure that out after the fact.
This chair's squeaking. Oh yeah. Oh
Oh,
jeez.
these are IKEA chairs, bro.
Mine's pretty not.
These ones cost $70 fucking dollars.
The-
No, yeah, these cost 70. Those cost 140.
Yep. That's a little expensive. You
I
can
don't
get-
know why. I don't know why they bought 3 of those instead of just a bunch of these. But they are
No,
great
no,
when
no,
you're
no.
sitting there
You can't
gaming for
even
a
blame
while.
that on other people because you were one that was aiming for those.
Are these?
Well, I wanted to.
Is this like?
But when they first,
Almost everything in here is like, yeah, so this tabletop, that tabletop, and then the wood and the bars from that table is actually just a crate that we like took
tore
apart.
apart.
And welded
Yeah, it's like a
in.
pallet.
That's sick.
But
You guys are like handymen.
yeah, we built a
I
lot
am.
of this shit. Okay,
Doug
well,
is too.
I also
I
helped
know.
with this place.
I know.
I just don't go out of my way to do shit.
I do.
Like
I
that?
like
The
like
hanging-
doing stuff like that.
The
Like
hanging
The hanging table is so sick.
it is. That wasn't even our idea. That was Jake and Doug's idea.
When I have a house, because of you guys, definitely have to have a hanging table. So
Make
Make sure you
sure-
put it in
yeah.
the studs.
Make sure you measure
yeah,
out
not
the
just
studs.
like in the drywall on the ceiling.
Well, I mean, we
Well,
did
we
that.
put a hook in the drywall
Those
on the
hooks that are
ceiling.
holding up our wires, those are just in the drywall. So they fall out.
So and we
That's
didn't
just
bother
wires,
to
though.
put.
Yeah,
we
they're
didn't
not
bother to
heavy,
put
but-
anchors. Oh, it's heavy enough that it rips the.
Every once in a while.
It rips the
That's good.
Figure it out.
hanger out
There you
every
go.
once in a while.
There you go, man.
Okay, real quick. This is an orange portal.
Yes.
Blue portal's supposed to be
It
here.
was gonna be there.
Okay.
Our
We then-
artist is short.
We then realized painting on the ceiling's a lot harder than we thought.
Nope, not if I'm here. I could have freaking. I mean, I'm not a good painter, but if they could have.
Are you talking about height?
Yeah.
Because height's definitely a factor, but also
Oh, you're talking about the
gravity.
dripping paint?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
You have to use very thin layers, little bits at a time.
And
Just
we're
use
just too
crayon,
lazy for
dude.
that. Well, I mean, we started with chalk.
Yeah, just leave it like that.
That's how a lot of stuff. Everything
That's
down
as long
here
as it's
starts
gonna
with
be.
chalk.
That's good.
That's originally why we painted all the walls black.
To have chalk,
Chalk,
on them.
yeah, 'cause
Behind,
I
so
love
if you
the
can
black
see,
walls.
if you can see behind that, behind the
The armory.
the wall, yeah, the armory.
That's.
There was every brick had a different pattern on it, and then at the top you can see the AL. But like
Oh,
before,
you
every
covered
single
it?
brick had a different pattern, but they wanted to put the gum wall there. And then that other AL I made, because that's where we used to stream from, is that spot right there. I made that wall, and when I put like the AL logo looks okay, and then when I put all of the fucking colors around it, everybody's just like, that looks fucking stupid.
Dang, that's
And I
tough.
felt, yeah, I was just
I
like,
hate that, dude.
and then
Hey,
and then
but
I was
it's
like,
been
I'm
out
just
there
gonna
for
get rid of
years.
it. I was like, I'm just gonna
Sorry.
get rid of it, and they're like, well, at this point, it's just like,
I mean, it's been there for years.
it's
We
been
can't
there
just
for
get
so
rid of
long.
it now.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's a staple.
Years?
Yeah.
How long?
Dude, 3 years?
How long do you guys have this room?
2 or 3, yeah.
as long as we've
Because
known Jake.
we started building it a year before we actually started making content. Because
Mm-hmm.
we actually had to set everything up, and it took a long ass time.
This room used to
Yeah, it
be
looks like it.
very stock. There was cabinets lining those walls. There was an air hockey table in the middle here. The projector was still here. That's always been down here.
Mm.
And then
we
this was here.
gutted this place.
We gutted all of that. A lot of that went up into the bedroom that's up
So
there.
did you guys put that sink there and everything?
No, that was there
No, that was
before.
there.
Okay, I was about to say, that's impressive.
Nah, that shit's great though. Our little fridge and shit. 'Cause
I just want to have a sick background for my stream. Like this
Your
room.
background's actually pretty. Like I get jealous of it when I log into.
Wait,
yeah, dude, you got some pretty good stuff. Like that whole neon sign back there.
Yeah, the do what you
That's
love
pretty
sign.
sick.
I
Do
love
you
that
still
sign.
have the
I want a
Chipotle
neon
Yeah,
sign
still
back
got the
there?
Chipotle
That's
sign.
sick.
Chipotle sign.
I mean, all we got is black. We got some wall lights.
man.
But imagine all my stuff with
This
black behind it.
Brings back.
would look better.
Yeah, right.
We were gonna hang this up somewhere. And Drew, did you ever watch Adventure Time?
No.
Oh,
Sorry.
well, there's like. We'll throw this up in post, Ricky/Noah. But it's like there's this deer, and he's walking through, and they like address the deer, and he stands up, takes off his hooves like they were gloves, and then has little fingers.
What
And then
the
it just
heck?
So we're gonna
It goes-
draw that on. It originally was. It used to be hanging where the Skyrim
And
picture
so we
was.
were just gonna complete
Did one of
it.
you make that?
No,
No.
They
Oh,
found this
okay.
at IKEA or something.
That looks really cool. That fits the room really well.
Yeah, so we decided not to use it. That's how well it fit.
You guys got a really nice room. I don't
Dude,
know if you
thank you so
realize,
much.
but like, you know what I'm saying?
We appreciate that.
Yeah,
It's nice to be down here.
it is. My
Nice to
voice
have.
feels cool. You know what I'm saying?
Like flowy?
You walk into a room and it's like, I feel cool talking right now.
Yeah.
That's
How about-
good.
You're like, damn, I'm in a cool place, so I'm
Yeah,
cool.
I sound cool.
Yeah.
I hope it sounds as cool in post because we don't have sound panels.
If
Like
it
that.
doesn't, at least it happened. At least I
True.
know
In the
I'm here.
moment, you're feeling cool.
I sound cool.
That's what matters.
That way, when you guys ask me to come back in the future, when you have
You'll be like,
thousands of
hell yeah,
listeners-
that my voice.
Yeah,
felt
my
cool
voice
in
sounded
there.
so cool in
Hell
that
yeah.
room.
So we were talking about before we started this podcast, the Jake video.
Oh, the bulb
Why-
video.
yeah.
Did I?
Mm.
Did you explain that to him?
I
don't
explained
A little
it
bit.
to him.
I
Did I
heard-
explain it ever to our audience?
I don't know.
Do we want to? Because what if the Nazis are still around?
They probably are.
It's too late
How many
now, you
subs?
already
You probably
said it.
gained some subs off of that video.
A couple,
Like
not as
2.
much that we wanted. I mean, it was
That's
like,
how
sure
it
they
is,
all-
though.
it was like an 8,000 view video,
And that's
and there were
how it
like
is.
5 people who subbed. I was like, you fucking Nazis.
I literally had a clip this past week
Dude,
that got
it's so
160,000 views. Right, that got 160,000 views. I gained like 100 followers.
I just noticed your case. That's sick.
It's chipping, so I gotta get a new one. I
It's
don't know.
still sick though.
Yeah, thank you. It's really easy to make. It's like, I mean, obviously,
Dude.
when you're only buying one.
What's it called? Misprint?
I go
That's where we
online. I
got-
go online
That's where
for
that
everything.
poster came from. It's a pretty good poster.
That is a really nice poster.
We also made, we haven't gone online to make any of our stuff.
Other than the shirts.
No, the shirts we went into the place.
Oh, did
it's
you?
cheaper
Yeah.
that way. I mean,
We're-
online is cheaper.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
depends.
Well,
Fucking-
yeah, it depends
and then,
what
and then
quality
what's
you
it
want.
called?
It's harder to
They're
sell.
way
too,
more
'cause
quality.
We were selling in bulk, and we don't have an online shop.
It's
so,
hard to sell, period, though, when you're starting. Like,
really is.
Because, even if your friends are
It's a
supporting
good thing
you,
that our
that's
stuff.
money.
It's
Yeah.
a good thing that our stuff looks good because if it didn't,
Half the
That'd be
people
whack.
wouldn't have bought
I
it.
still have
Yeah.
your shirt.
Dude,
the shirt
thank
you guys
you,
gave
bro.
me. Yeah, I wore it on stream like 2 weeks ago.
Hell's it. You were asking about that. You're
Yeah,
like,
I
does
was.
Sam ever even wear our shirt? I was
Yeah.
like, he used to.
I have a picture on my Instagram of me wearing that shirt.
Hell's
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, boy.
I love our logo design. That's like our one thing that I'm like, that's cool.
did you design that logo?
Yes.
Okay.
A long ass time ago.
Yeah.
It went through several iterations before
Yeah.
it was like the circle with the AL.
Yeah.
I like how the A goes through the exterior circle.
I like
Yeah.
that too, except when you're making patterns, that gets difficult.
Yes.
Why? Because you have to remove that separately.
No. Just because it bleeds into I can never have the interior design a different color from the exterior versus on because it's connected
Okay.
just by that one spot.
Damn, that's tough.
Yeah, but it's not a huge deal.
Yeah.
But with making merch, that
It
became
did.
an issue for deciding colors and shit.
Maybe you can make a new version of the logo without the little.
we
extra
could,
one.
but I'm just lazy.
But it's your logo though.
It's
like that's
yeah,
like changing your logo.
It's on our
It's like-
shirts. It's on
yeah.
everything.
People
but-
will notice. You know.
They probably
I'm
would.
still surprised at how many people bought the bagel shirts.
Me too. I
That was
hate
such a
you that you made
ridiculously
that.
inside joke.
Do you have one? I want to see
So
We
it.
don't
weird.
have Jake.
You
Might.
usually wear yours, don't you?
Not usually.
Yeah,
but I
your
do
bagel.
wear it.
What's
I
on it?
wear it quite a bit.
Just a bagel?
It's just a bagel on the back that
It
says yes bagels.
Yes, bagels.
And that was it.
Yeah,
People
that's
bought that
sick.
shit.
That's
Because-
actually a good idea. That's
Because we were all hanging out here, and it was super late, so we were all loopy. And fucking James was just sitting there and just goes, we were kind of talking about shirts and stuff, like if we were to make shirts, like what would we do? And James like sat there for a minute and just went, a shirt on the front, it says, it's just like 3/4 of a bagel, like there's a big bite taken out of it. And then it says bagels. And then on the back it just says, yas.
And that was
Dude.
it. And then
And
people
that was the
bought
entire
I would
design.
buy
And I
that.
wrote that in my phone and I brought it up like 2 years
minimalistic.
later.
It's
Like-
so minimalist.
But now it's
like,
just it's the AL logo on front, pretty stock on the front, but on the back it says
got the bagel and
it
shit.
says bagels Yas or Yas bagels
something like
around
that.
a bagel.
I don't even remember.
It's great.
I
love
just
that.
remember sitting down. We all like had a Friday meeting because we used to actually hold meetings to discuss like, here's our creative ideas. What videos do we want to film? Where are we going?
And then we
That
didn't
shit.
do any of it.
Yeah, pretty much. But I remember doing that specifically for the merch and sitting down and we're like, okay, let's do the normal logo, get our name out there. What other designs? Because we had a handful of other designs we made over the years. Just like, what else should we do? And then like 3 people were like, let's do that bagel shirt.
Yeah.
And like the rest of us were all against this. Like no one's gonna buy that shirt.
And then
It's
it was
so
one of the
random.
highest selling shirts.
I think it sold more than the stock logo.
Yeah.
Dude, I have a shirt that literally just has a small pineapple on the left. And I was like, yo, I love that shirt.
I mean, I like pineapples
It's
more
about
than
the
bagels,
foods,
though.
dude. Just
Yeah,
get
that's a good
we
point.
should
bunch
do
of
pocket
food
shirts.
stuff.
We should do pocket shirts with the.
Well, I
The
was
logo
gonna
on the
do.
pocket?
I was gonna do a hat this year. I want to do a.
Yeah,
nail
my dad said
hat.
he'd definitely buy a hat if we bought.
Dude,
if we
see
made
if
so
you
many
can do
people-
invertible shirts. What's the word?
Reversible.
Reversible, thank you.
Like inside
invertible. Yeah.
I mean, I
I've
understand
never
what
seen
you're
a
saying.
reversible shirt in my life. I've only seen reversible like
Basketball shorts and
shorts and shorts. Oh, coats. Coats too.
shit. Yeah,
I've seen
that's
coats
true.
But imagine a shirt that like, oh, got something on this side, boom, new shirt on.
We should do like the AL logo, flip it, bagel.
Yes.
Just keep selling
Yes.
what we know
The
works.
bagels, dude. Why do people
Dude,
like bagels?
sell the
so
bagel
much?
until it stops selling.
Would you? Hey, leave a comment. Would you buy a bagel reversible shirt?
Sell the bagel until it stops selling. and
I
then sell
also
something
think
else.
we might have sold the bagel shirt so much because we told people if they bought the bagel shirt, we would deliver the shirt with the bagel.
Did you do it?
No. We fucking duped them.
Dude.
We were going to.
Do a donut shirt
Psych.
and then go to Dunkin' Donuts, get a bunch of donuts, and deliver the shirt.
Shit, they just get their sweatshirt with a week-old bagel in the box, like.
Yo,
I think we were just
I'll
gonna
still
tell
love
them
that.
to come outside and we were gonna throw a bagel at them and leave. I think we were gonna film like a whole video and that was the premise of it.
Were you gonna use the real people in the video?
Yeah,
Was-
probably.
Okay.
And then just ask if they want their face blurred or whatever,
Yeah.
if they're comfortable or not. I mean,
Well,
there
you
wouldn't
throw
be
a
much of
bagel.
them. They'd
We
be
just get a
walking out
list.
and get
We
thrown
just
a
get a
bagel
list
and
of
leave.
addresses and just like text them, come outside, we're here. And just
got your
whip a
shirt.
bagel and drive the fuck
Later,
over.
but what about the shirt?
Nah, we kept
Fuck the
that.
shirt.
So you're just gonna give it the bagel. Yo,
Dude, we're just a pyramid scheme at this point. We're just a Ponzi scheme.
you should make your logo out of food dye on a bagel and then throw it at people.
Holy shit.
That's a
Get
bad
our name
idea.
out there.
That's a bad idea.
How,
It's a bad
It's only a
idea.
bad idea because there's a giant hole in the middle of the bagel.
Yeah, sure.
So half the logo would be
It's
cut
just a
out.
few lines on a bagel. They'll just
Be
be
like
like, what
3
the fuck
lines.
is this?
Yeah, don't do that.
If you
Might not be
if
the
you
best.
reverse search our logo, you probably won't get anything.
No,
I don't know.
No,
You think?
dude, Google works pretty well now. Like,
I don't know if I've ever Googled.
When we
our
first
brand.
started, when we only had like 3 videos, whenever you searched our name on, unless you spelled it exactly right, we wouldn't even come up in the search results. Now when you say Adventures Live,
We come
it's
up
all
now.
us.
But originally it was a lot of that ghost hunting show. It's
Yes.
like Ghost Adventures Live.
Yes.
That came up all the time. And I still want to do a Ghost Adventures Live, like video.
my
We kind of did the Ghost Hunters video.
I want to do a real one, dude. I think I told everyone except for you because you're a pussy. But
yeah.
there was
I don't
gonna
like
be a day this year, like this summer, that we were gonna go out to that place, Reader Road. Have you ever heard of it?
yeah.
It's like an extremely haunted.
Oh
road.
yeah. So that forest that I originally took us to when we were gonna have a fire. Do you remember that?
Nope.
One time we were out late. I don't know if you were with us then.
I might not have been.
We were all just like driving around. I was like, yeah, let's go have like a fucking bonfire in this forest out here. Like it'd be fun. It'd be fun.
Rip headphones.
It'd be fun to drive out here. And then we got there and somebody had told me like, you realize this is like one of the most haunted areas, and I was just like, I had no idea. I've been in this forest a few times.
I
I
feel
would
like
not have been if I knew that.
I feel like it's a lot of placebo effect though.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Like you're
No,
going-
not knowing about it, didn't notice a thing.
Yeah,
but
like
if I were to know about it when I went there, I would have been probably tweaked out.
You go with the expectation.
Yeah.
Like,
And then
oh,
every,
so
every little
Yeah.
thing, every little
Yeah,
noise,
you
you're
could
like,
hear a
"Holy
deer
shit."
jumping through some
Exactly.
leaves. You're like,
That
Bro,
was a ghost.
That was a ghost, dude.
Yeah.
I promise, Derek. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean, we did that fake ghost video, like, last year, and we
Yeah, the
only
Alex-
went to that Caskey house right over by us that was, like, allegedly haunted. Even going through that, Jack was tweaking out. But honestly, I was kind of freaked out.
It was like 10 or 11 o'clock at night.
So it
We
was
were
like
sitting on
pitch
the
black
doorstep
with a Ouija board.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was.
But again, that could also be placebo. Like,
No, it definitely was because nothing happened.
Well, no, because we were
It's all up
purposefully,
here.
but at the same time, we were purposefully like doing a bit with the Ouija board. Like
Right.
we were moving it ourselves,
Yeah.
like intentionally.
I don't get how that actually. There has to be one person.
It's
with-
micro
always-
motions,
yeah.
so then everybody
so, like,
follows
one person
the motion.
feels that.
Right,
and they
yeah,
start
because it's
moving,
little taps, right? I've never used one because
It's just like,
I
somebody
don't care.
somebody twitches and everybody like feels it, so then they just let it go in that direction.
It's like just natural, like you're gonna pull it
Pretty
this way on
much.
accident. You guys ever do that thing where you stand in a doorway and push your arms out, and then when
As
you
a kid, I
leave, your
used to
arms
do
go
that.
up?
Yeah.
That's weird, dude.
That shit's
Oh,
weird.
It's cool.
I can explain that.
It's like muscle memory, right?
It is
Yeah.
because your muscles get so used to the feeling of pushing out.
That they just
think
do it?
that's what they need to do to keep your arms in like a normal position.
Mm-hmm.
So then when you put no resistance on them, your muscles keep
It
kind of
just
pulling
feels so weird.
upwards.
There was one with your fingers too. Do you remember that one?
The one where like you, if you lock
wind it
fingers
up or
with
something. Do you remember that? There was another one where you'd wind up, but it wasn't the middle finger. But
I
it
don't
worked
remember.
like the same.
I know
way.
there's the one where you lock fingers with somebody and then they touch their finger, and then they start
And then you
touching your
feel it.
I
finger
remember
and
that
you
too.
feel it.
Yeah.
That's
No, it was like you
lie.
hold your finger in a certain place and then you just leave it. But as soon as you start,
Oh, you like clench a fist or something,
Maybe,
and then
I
you
don't-
crank it
I don't
up, and it
remember.
like feels.
I
like
know what you're
in.
talking about.
you do
This is
remember?
not there,
I
yeah.
used to do that shit as a kid. Like same with the
Mm-hmm.
door stuff.
Dude, have you guys like watched hypnotists go to schools and like pull people up on stage and hypnotize all of them?
No.
Dude, hypnotism is like
I
it's
think
not like you're being
of
controlled.
anything. I think hypnotism is the most valid of all like the supernatural
Because
shit.
it's not
Because
even
a very real
supernatural.
thing.
It's just your
yeah.
mind. Like you are doing it on purpose.
It's
That's
honestly
why,
a
They're
science.
just tricking yourself.
That's why
to
when
do it.
someone doesn't want to be hypnotized, they pull them off stage because you can't.
Yeah.
Because it's like acting.
It's,
It's like-
it's kind of
Your
the same
mind
thing-
has to be like like
It's
you
kind of
have
the same
to be.
thing with ghosts. You got to be primed.
Yeah.
You gotta be ready for
When
it.
they
exactly.
pull your arm and say sleep, you don't actually go to sleep.
But-
you just go, okay, and then you're over. That's
And
literally
then you
how
might
it
fall
is.
asleep.
My grandfather was a hypnotist. And it's
No
literally,
way.
Yeah.
That is so sick.
It's not something where it's like, okay, you have complete control over my body now. It's like you do it because they tell you to.
Yeah,
Because you are in the
You're
mindset of okay,
being
I'm
susceptible to it.
Exactly. So like if they tell you to act like a
It's
chicken,
like the opposite thing with ghosts though. If you go into it expecting to find ghosts and like you're ready to find ghosts, chances are you won't actually find a ghost. I mean, you'll think you found a ghost, but if you go
Well, I
into
mean-
it thinking like being like super against ghosts, but like not believing in them,
that's
but like
the
just being
more. That's the aspect I was relating to the hypnotist.
Yeah.
I
Because
think
if you
that's
go
'cause
in
you're-
there knowing it's haunted, then you're gonna be sketched out. But if it like a guy goes up to get hypnotized and he's like, "This doesn't work. Nothing's gonna happen."
yeah,
you
then he
know?
won't.
So it's the same thing with.
because it's you doing it.
Yeah.
But like with the ghost thing, if you go in and you're like skeptical, but like you still kind of believe it's
Mm-hmm.
it's
Yeah.
haunted. Like this is haunted, but I'm not gonna see anything. Then when
That's
you hear
what- yeah.
anything, could be water dripping.
It
You're
tweaks
like,
your brain out.
you're like, bro. I
No,
swear I
I'm
do.
like subconsciously
I'm the exact
subconsciously
same
I
way.
don't remotely believe in ghosts.
I'm the
I
exact same way.
understand that just scientifically not possible.
In the moment,
But-
though,
Subconsciously,
weird.
It's just
subconsciously,
scary. It's
my
like
brain
going to
is
a haunted house.
terrified of it.
It's like going
it's
to
just it's just the fact of being in dark and your brain has no idea what's.
I
going
actually
on.
have a phobia of the dark.
Do you really?
Really?
Are you scared of
I
the
always
dark?
have. I'm
wow.
terrified
Do you
of it.
sleep
I
with the light
hate
on?
it.
Really?
That's
do
why I
too,
have
but
my
not
moon.
for sure.
Never even knew.
My
that.
moon is hanging, like I have one of those light up moons that you see on Instagram ads all the time.
Yeah.
I just have it hanging right above my bed, and it's enough light. It's just like no light. I hate it.
That's me with no sound. Mm-hmm. That
Really?
sound when you hear the
Si-
ringing because it's so
You
silent.
would tweak-
I literally want to just
You
smack
would
myself in the
tweak
face.
so hard in
I
a
wanna hit
fucking
myself in the
sensory
face.
deprivation
Just-
tank.
Yeah,
Dude, I low key want to do
Oh,
this. See,
I
I
don't want
like.
to do that.
I don't want to do
That's
that.
scary,
I don't
bro.
want to do
I
that.
wanna
at
do
all.
that.
I
Because my
I
mind
lose
is
my
so
mind.
messed.
I
Like,
lose
there's so
my
much
mind.
happening, dude.
But like, I think I'm the complete opposite. I love being like pitch black and like no sound
Can't
when
do
I
it.
sleep because it's like I'm so sick of the exterior
'Cause
world.
my,
Just turn
like-
it all off. I'm just want to
I
sleep.
love
It's
the
not so
exterior
much
world.
that I just like, if the lights go out, I'm just like, oh no, it's dark. I'm scared. It's like the lights go out, and then my brain just starts going like, oh, did you see that corner's a little bit darker than the rest of the room? Or did you see that like when you turned your eyes, the shadow moved with it? Because like that's
Oh.
just what your eyes do. Like the dark spots move with your eyes because they're.
I'm that way. Like if I'm sleeping and like my leg falls off the corner of the bed, I was like, okay, demons are gonna eat that.
Yeah, I can't have my feet
Dude,
outside
I'm
my
not
blanket.
scared of that, bro. Like I will sleep with my foot hanging off the edge.
Really?
It's weird. I don't believe in
That's
any
because
of
you're
it.
so tall,
but
you don't fit on the bed.
I don't fit anyway. Exactly.
I don't believe in any of it, but it's still like I
But in
can't,
that-
like a
I
haunted
can't
house.
do it.
Yeah.
I
Because
can't
you walk
do it.
into, you're going through a haunted house. You know these are literally people just
in masks,
yelling at
yeah.
me in dark. But you're freaked out.
It's just
You're
that shock
terrified.
factor. It's just like jump scares at that point.
Yeah.
Like it's the cheapest scare that you can get. That's all haunted.
You ever
houses.
play Outlast?
We had a video
We have
series
an
of that,
Outlast
Outlast
toy.
2.
That was the first game I ever made videos on. I made 2 full series of the original Outlast and then Outlast the mod. It was like not mod. It was DLC.
DLC?
Yeah.
Was that the like whistleblower one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, dude. I loved that. I hated it,
I wasn't
loved
in
it.
those videos.
You were.
I was in one
but
of them,
It
but
did. It got corrupted
Yeah.
or something.
That
yeah.
sucks.
But we were so scared playing like this. Was only like
I
a
don't
year and
like
a half.
it. And Outlast isn't even like ghosts or anything.
It's
Outlast
it's
2
freaky.
isn't.
It's
Outlast 2.
I
I think
it's
Outlast
worse.
1 is.
We
I
didn't
think it's
get
worse
far.
because it's people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The second one
it's
was
very
just
real
people.
things.
Yeah, like in an insane
shit that
asylum,
definitely
these people
happens.
Are just,
Yeah.
yeah, like I could see that really happening. Like someone trying to saw someone in half right in front of you.
Yeah. No, but like working with us, like when we were making that videos, it was kind of like helping because we're all idiots here.
So we would
Same.
fucking dick around with. It's
So
like watching
it
a scary
helps
movie
so
with your
much.
friends.
Yeah.
So you all just make fun of it to make it less
I think
scary.
there's a
Oh,
scene
yeah.
in like the second episode or something. We're all freaking out and like we found this pile of dead babies and Jake's just running circles around it because he likes the sound that they make when he steps on.
Yo.
So we're all like laughing our asses off. But it's like this
Whoa.
horrible situation
Yeah.
of just a pile of disembodied babies.
That's very similar to streaming. Like games that are supposed to be really scary are less scary when you see someone else is there with you. It's like, okay, I'm not alone, you know?
So like the chat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Does
you
that
see
help?
someone.
See, we don't
are
get
you
that
kidding me?
luxury.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we don't
we
get
don't get
chat.
that luxury
You
because nobody watches our streams.
Well, stream more, dude. That's
We do.
the only way to go.
We only stream like one random ass day,
Yeah.
and only this season we've only been streaming when we're waiting for people to come. Mihai will sit over there and stream Minecraft, but we won't make
game.
any announcements. He'll just sit there and play.
That's good.
like it. Like if we announced it and shit, I'm sure people would come in.
That's how everyone
Maybe.
starts, dude.
Yeah.
I started streaming because I wanted my friends to see my clips because I was really good at H1Z1.
Oh shit, I forgot about that game completely.
That was
I never
like
played it.
26
But
I don't know
remember
what I
seeing
would
it.
stream if I played.
That's
Because
how
like
everyone's
when I
like-
play video games
I
like
don't
that
know.
are competitive, I get way too quiet just because I'm like.
That's
But
our
that's a build.
focused
That's a
as fuck.
skill. That is something you have to build up. That's everyone. I
We
promise.
struggled with that even in like recording videos.
Yeah,
Like it's hard for us
that's
to
part
talk
of why we
into-
record other things way better than we record games.
I have a
But same
webcam.
They're very similar.
My webcam's 1080p, but it's a webcam.
You have a nice webcam.
Yeah. I just
Dude, they
I
make
don't.
4K webcams. That's
That's
fucking
crazy.
They're
absurd.
nuts. They look really good too.
Yeah.
I just don't want it
4K?
anymore because it's a webcam. Like it looks good, but I want.
But just because you know it's a webcam,
yeah,
that's what you
yeah,
want.
exactly. I'm
Okay.
just like I don't.
I mean,
want
how long do you usually stream though?
Like 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah, see, that'd be bad on a DSLR.
See, I don't
That's
like you were
exactly-
saying.
I don't
Yeah.
think that your webcam has any disadvantage from it because I go to your stream
I know.
and I was like, that looks so
I
nice.
know,
Like,
but
the
I
webcams
want-
we have,
My
nowhere
computer only
close.
goes up to 1080p, so like.
I mean, my stream only goes up to 10. Okay, yeah, I feel.
I would get a DSLR if you're looking to do other things than stream.
Yeah.
Like if you want to make videos for your YouTube channel or
Yeah.
like
I need to. And for dance videos, obviously.
Yeah.
I use my phone right now. It's good enough, but like with one of those, it would be so much
yeah,
better.
the quality just shoots up.
And if I
People-
could get what's that thing?
a
The-
gimbal.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I've
Those things are
been
fucking
trying to get
expensive
one of those
sometimes.
too, but I
They're so
struggle from
expensive.
buying like $20 things, and those are like $700.
Yeah.
So it's like that's a huge jump for me. Like I've never
You,
even
dude, you gotta
replaced.
get your fucking mic. for
I
this.
never replaced the mic I broke because
Yeah.
I just can't bring myself to buy another like. Because I'm
Another
gonna
mount.
buy.
'Cause
I'm
doesn't
gonna.
the mount? You can literally just unscrew the mount.
Yeah.
You know
But
what
like
would-
I'm gonna go one up from that too. There's another one for like 300.
You know what would be crazy?
Wait, another one of these?
Yeah, it's just a better roast.
So you're gonna go
like,
even up from that mic?
yeah, I just have to get to the point where it's like.
So what
okay,
are you
I'm
gonna do with
buy
the other
one.
shotgun mic?
Probably
Leave it
send
here?
it in. That's not mine. That's the office.
Well, I know that's because
But-
that's the one they got with that camera.
The one I have, I could send it into Rhodes and they'll send me a new one of that specific one. I
Just like they'll
again,
just
like,
replace it.
Yeah, I think I had a warranty on it.
You know what you guys could do? You could get 4 Shure SM7Bs at every spot. Because the SM7Bs really, you have to be right in front of
Yeah.
it. But that's what they use on the Joe Rogan show. And,
See, I would love to do that.
Breakfast
How much
Club,
are those though?
$400.
See,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
$400 for 4
Those are
But-
These are $20, and they are honestly fantastic.
It's actually $550 though, because if you don't get a cloud lifter with the microphone,
It
then
goes
you're not
up.
getting enough gain,
Oh, okay.
and then it's really quiet. Because the mic itself, really stupid on Sher's part.
I have like a
So
$150 mic.
See, that
It's
was
just it was on sale for like $100.
that was the issue originally
it was a
with setting
$200
up
mic.
this office. Is like we wanted to buy equipment like the wireless mics.
Really
we wanted
good
to
stuff.
get that, but we had to get it in 6 because there was 6 members. So we
So
had
that's
to.
even more. Well,
Yeah.
unless everyone bought their own, but that's still really
Would
expensive.
We kind of did that anyways, but still, like when you put it all together, or like if everybody did it.
We need to actually
Yeah, dude.
start linking our Patreon.
Yes, we do.
Oh
We
yeah.
need to like put a link at the end of videos.
I've been meaning to do that at the end of podcasts. Guess what? I haven't done that.
You know what I did before I started my streaming and stuff? Well, no, okay. So I got my job at Chipotle
Yeah.
to pay for everything I needed for the stream.
Okay.
Specifically. And then that's why I quit the job.
Yeah, because you had what you
I was
needed.
good, yeah.
Okay.
Right, but before I got the job, I made a Patreon. And, I sent it to everyone, all my parents' friends. Didn't make a dime.
Yeah, no, we made $1 for 3 months off of our Patreon, but we also didn't like send it out. But it's
People-
it's
it's just-
hard.
you gotta
for
have people
to
that have a
invest
lot of
in.
money.
Yeah,
And also, people like you keep saying like people comment like, get a Patreon, link your Patreon.
They
like
used
we
to,
want
yeah.
to. Yeah.
That's the problem with people. People always come to me and ask me to play like with them, but then when I do those special days where I'm like, yeah, I'm playing with everyone, those same people don't come. So I feel like it might be the same thing with a Patreon. If people are like, yo, make a
But
Patreon,
I mean,
I'll
it
pay.
doesn't cost any money to have a Patreon.
Yeah, but
So if you just link it, I mean,
yeah, there's no harm. Yeah,
Might as
that's
well
really
put
good.
link it with link it with low expectations and
Expedite.
expedite.
You said expedition, so I thought expedite.
I mean, if they want to pay, Jesus Christ, I can't talk either now. If they want to pay, we'll do it. But like,
Dude, you don't
Again.
even have to, just do it.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work out, so be it. That's how it works.
We don't really expect them to pay us that much money, so
nah. Well, I mean, we would love to actually do this as like
a job.
a job,
But the only, I mean,
no matter what,
bro,
I'm getting my degrees.
with
Like,
what
I'm
you have
doing that.
now, see, okay, after college, this is probably for after college. Because if you're going to college and it's a seasonal podcast, if it's a seasonal podcast, viewers are going to come and go
Exactly.
like that.
That's
But
the
the thing
exact
is,
issue
that's
we
why
had
we're talking
last
about
season.
we want to do Discord podcasts while we're all at school.
We've also been stockpiling like all of our like the foreplay with the lovers and stuff. All of these
We
different
stockpile
like,
videos to
videos,
release when we don't
so
have
when
a
we
podcast.
leave, we can drop it.
That's good.
I mean, we're still
like,
gonna do
if
it.
we release once a week, just a video once a week,
We're gonna
we probably got like
sustain for a while.
almost 2 months.
and
3
if we
months worth
do
of content.
a weekly Discord podcast, that's 2 videos a week. Not bad.
The main problem that people have, which is why, you know how people say the top 1%, like, what are the chances that you make it as
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah? It's because people don't think they can do it.
Yeah.
And if you don't think you can do it, you lose motivation. It's pessimism. You're like, you go into something and you're like, I mean, I'll just try. If it doesn't work out, I got to get a job. That mindset right there, they've already failed and they shouldn't even try. Because, like,
Damn.
yeah.
What are we then? Because we think we're trash.
No,
I mean,
but,
we still do it though, but that's just
It's
kind of
good
like,
to, but
It's
it's
funny,
good to analyze yourself and say, this is what we could do better.
oh yeah, we.
But
do
just
that
don't lose your
constantly.
motivation. If you lose your, like, if you say,
I've always wanted to keep doing this, even if we
Yeah.
never make it big. I always want to keep.
Yeah, I
doing
mean,
stuff.
we've always had this like
It's just
goal
fun to
just-
do.
Yeah,
but
It's
I
an
think you gotta
excuse
get
to
rid of
hang
the
out.
if, though. You gotta get rid of the if.
like if we make
Like,
it,
I think you guys can do it.
Thank you.
Look at
That
all
means a
this.
lot.
Like, look, you guys obviously are putting the work in.
Yeah.
You obviously want to succeed. I think you can do it. It's just about doing it.
I mean, we've been doing it all summer, so that's.
Yeah.
It's like doing times 6 different people with all different schedules,
And all different
then also getting
wants.
educated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Because like, I don't want to
education-
do anything without getting an education.
the
just because,
education
like,
is the big part, though.
yeah. And
Like-
specifically with me, I'm going into film, so that I'm doing
Very
that
niche.
specifically like to help out with this shit. So it's
That's
like,
good. And you could get an external job.
See, but I'm
involved
doing
in film.
astronomy.
Exactly.
Astronomy?
Astronomy and
That's sick.
astrophysics.
That's sick.
But the good
Dang.
thing about my degree is it's incredibly versatile just because of how many, like, it's like problem solving skills, math skills,
Yeah.
science
If
skills,
you came to me and was like,
observation.
I'm an astrologist, let me edit your videos. I'd be like, yo,
Let me edit your
you got an
videos.
astrology degree? Let's go,
Qualified.
dude.
Yo, tell me about my. I'm an Aries, so what am I
hate
feeling
you.
this
I
month?
hate you.
I'm a Scorpio.
I'm gonna kill both of you.
Wait, did they actually study?
We don't.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Astrology.
I thought that's.
Astrology is the dumbest thing ever created.
Yeah,
The
we always
idea that
nail
the
it
position of the planets affects your life in any remote way is asinine. But
Asinine. That's a good one.
astronomy.
That's how I thought of it at
Neat.
1st and then my girlfriend. Listen, okay. Here's what I think happens. That was a weird sound. Please, yo.
No, it's fine. Jack used to do ASMR for like 3 podcasts
If
straight.
the mic picked that up, please get that out of here. I do not like that sound. I think they generalize. There's so much stuff
Yeah.
that's accurate, but
Because they
it's
do it so
accurate
generally.
for everyone, though.
Exactly.
The same thing with like the tarot card readers.
Yeah.
Like you'll go in and pay. I've never done it because I know it's stupid.
Stupid. Yeah, it's a waste of money.
You know, no offense if you believe in it, but I think it's stupid. You go
Offense
in,
if you
pay
believe in
them.
it from me.
You go and you pay them, and they're like, financial troubles. If they're going to a tarot card reader on the side of the street, then it's most likely that this person doesn't have a ridiculous amount of money. And anyone who's not rich is going to say, yeah, I have financial troubles. Mm-hmm. But like, you know, are you in a relationship? No. Oh, you're going to
If you're not loaded, personally, you will always believe that you have financial troubles.
Yeah. Even
No matter how much better off you are than other people, you'll always think personally that you have financial troubles.
Yeah, but with like the signs, dude, some of it is a little too accurate for me. Like there's some
Little
like,
sketch.
Dude, I think it doesn't have anything to do with it. I just don't know. Like I can't say that it's like stupid because there's a lot of stuff that's really true.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that's like so accurate. Because my girlfriend is a Pisces, I'm a Scorpio. We had this conversation last week. We were going through all our traits, and it's so accurate. And then I look at her traits, and I'm like, well, I'm not like that. I don't know if it's like random that it works for me and her perfectly, but
I think it's
it's
just
mostly a belief thing. When
vague
you
enough.
think,
Yeah.
what did you say you are?
Scorpio.
Scorpio. It's like if you know you're a Scorpio and you go straight to Scorpio first, obviously, you're gonna be like, oh, these are right for me, and then you'll just be kind of like confirmation
ever
bias.
like looked at yours and then looked at other ones?
Yeah, all the time because I
look
was
at other
so
ones
skeptical.
first.
Dude,
Just
I
look
was
at a
so-
different one first.
I was so skeptical. I was like,
If
dude,
I didn't know I
how
was an
does a
Aries
star-
and I read a Taurus, I'd probably believe it.
I was like, how does a star have anything to do with the day? Like, I was born on this day. The stars were in this alignment with the sun. Whatever the heck. I'm like, yo, that's such BS. That's
It's
like
what-
literally random.
It's what constellation is rising during that time.
Exactly, and I was like, that's
For the
such
year.
BS. So I read other people's, and then I go to Scorpio, and it's like hardworking, ambitious. You know, won't stop at anything to get what they want.
I thought you were just gonna say woke. I was like, yeah.
Woke? No.
That's me.
No, won't stop at anything to get what they want done. You know, always positive, energetic. And I'm like, yo, that's way too accurate.
I mean,
but then again, like,
It's confirmation bias.
I'm not the kind of guy that's like, I don't want to say something is objectively not true if it's not provable.
I'm very like that.
Like, I'm Christian,
okay.
right? But I'm not gonna say that.
Other people's beliefs.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say they're wrong because I don't know.
Nobody.
I'm not
knows,
gonna
you
say
know?
that a person who
It's
believes.
impossible to know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that someone who believes there's no God is wrong because I don't
How the
know.
fuck do you know?
Yeah, there's no way to tell.
One of my major issues though with the whole signs thing is like you can go back in programs like star programs to like look at where the sky was lined up on your day of birth,
And it's not accurate?
half those constellations you were probably not lined up with. So like if
I've never looked at that.
like I'm an Aries, I'm pretty sure I'm a Pisces actually because I've went back and like looked at the stars and like
Because we
it's
take way
simple.
better. We take. I mean, it's been
I've
cool.
never looked
We
at
take
It just
good readings.
shifts with the months.
Yeah.
So like
Shit moves.
yeah. So it's like
The same
Believe
way.
it or not, everything is moving.
But like they just have those like categories lined up. It's like if you're born in this month on these like couple days right here, you're this.
you will never be in the exact location that you were born at.
No, because
Never, 'cause we're-
You talk
the
about, like,
solar
We are
system- the solar
millions
system-
of light years
Yeah.
away from, or okay, not millions. We
Yeah,
were probably
from where you were
a
born
few
at.
hundred light years away from where we were born right
because
now.
the solar system is moving. That means the sun is moving. The
Bro, I
Earth-
can go to the
Galaxy's
hospital I was
moving
born
around.
in. It's like a couple.
Not only
miles
are we
from
moving around the galaxy is moving.
Yeah,
Like-
and the Earth is always rotating. So like you're not on one line. You're
Yeah.
on a freaking this and this.
It's so crazy to think about that sometimes.
You know what's crazy to think about? The Earth is it's spinning super fast, right? But it takes 24 hours for one rotation.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That just gives you like scale how big this planet is.
And how just small.
And how small
Have you guys
we are.
seen that? There's a documentary on Netflix about flat earthers.
Yes. Is it like Beyond the Curve or something?
It's Beyond the Curve. And at the end, they were they were going over like a bunch of flat earthers had laid out these experiments. Good experiments. Like they were well thought out. They were
valid.
They were valid experiments.
But
very like well thought out. And they did all these things where they're like, they did experiments like, so some of the curvature experiments. For just straight curvature, they went on some of the flattest ground they could find, like just like no curve to it from hills or anything. And they laid out like a mile apart, they put two like platform like pieces of wood, and then in the middle they had a piece of wood with a hole in it. And so on this piece of wood they had a laser that would be shining to hit the other one. And then they aimed it like that, and no laser is powerful enough to really have that fine of a like beam. At least not that's gonna cost like $15,000.
It's gonna get softer.
So it gets spread out and it gets softer. But either way, the hole in the middle was big enough to the point where like you would probably see some sort of light on the other thing. There was nothing, obviously, because of the curvature of the Earth. You know?
They just
how long was this wood, or how far apart?
Like a mile.
That's crazy. Okay.
They just kept doing. I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it.
Kept trying
but
to
they
mess
just
with
kept
it.
proving themselves wrong, and they're like, "Oh, there's just an error in the experiment."
Yeah, they keep proving themselves wrong.
But
they keep like doing things like, and then the other one, the big one, was they were testing for the rotation of the Earth because they were like, if it's true and the Earth is rotating, it would be 15 degrees per hour, which is exactly right. 360 divided by 24 is 15. So it's like a gyroscope would appear to tilt 15 degrees within an hour.
And it did it.
But it doesn't because it's just locked in place in space. And the planet moves, so then it rotates. But either way, it'll lean exactly 15 degrees. And so they did this experiment. They got a really expensive gyroscope that they use on like spaceships and shit. And they did the experiment with it. And lo and behold, it tilted 15 degrees in an hour. Exactly. And then they were like, oh, well, they made up some bullshit for why it didn't work. They're like, oh, the cosmic rays are affecting it and causing it to, like, lose its spin and tilt. So then they did, it's stupid as fuck. So then they were like, they built some contraption around it that's supposed to shield it from cosmic rays. Lo and behold, exactly 15 degrees an hour. Again. And then they were like, the test is inconclusive. And we're not going to let this little bit of evidence against our claims disprove, say that the rest of it's all false.
I guarantee at least one of the people that was there doing the experiment was like, well, guess not, dude.
But they had to keep up the character.
But they had
to make this documentary.
And then right after the documentary, they were like, hey, babe, Earth's round.
They were, and it was funny because in the same town as this Flat Earth Expo was a bar that was hosting an astronomy night. Like the same night.
What are the chances?
I think they did it on purpose. But so there were just a bunch of astronomers, like astronomy students, professors, people interested in astronomy, and they were all just doing this like astronomy night at the bar. And somebody was doing a speech about they made a joke about flat earthers, and then they went like on a very serious note, like it's really, they would have been fantastic scientists, but because they were raised in a society of disbelief, they just couldn't go along with the flow of things, and so they just were raised on having to think that everything they've been told is fake.
You heard that?
Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck
sounded like
that
a freaking
bug.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think that's a very valid point. All these people that search for disbelief so fervently are just...
See,
they could have been great scientists.
That's good. Yeah, that's like
they have great
It's a
minds
very
for
positive look on it from people that are like constantly getting battered with, no, the Earth's flat.
Yeah,
like that's a very positive.
Those kind of people would have been great.
I feel like flat earthers aren't people that are like, no, the Earth's flat. I think they are the people that say it
doesn't
could
make
be
sense.
Flat.
Yeah, a lot of them are people that are like, this doesn't quite make sense. Like the thing where there's a mirage effect where it brings, you can see a city in Canada from a place in New York.
Oh, because the reflections, like it bends through the light.
So based on the curvature of the Earth, you shouldn't be able to see most of the skyline. You should only be able to see like a select couple towers. But you can see almost the entire skyline because there's a mirage effect that brings the land, like appears to bring the land higher because a fair amount of the light gets bounced and curved. And so,
see, like, there's a lot.
That's a big proof of whatever.
There's a lot of like points that they're like, okay, that's like I think that's interesting, but like it's the type of people who are in that group that are also like the conspiracists that are like that's where
like
it gets like Chase.
You guys ever get stuck on YouTube? A bunch of conspiracy theories.
Yup.
We actually did that on a video. We made a video of that not too long ago. Actually,
I hate doing that.
It made me upset.
I hate doing that
every time I do it.
I
I just
really
make myself
enjoy it.
mad.
It makes me think way too much.
Yep, I get mad at I get like mad at all these people, and I just get so mad. I'm just like, these people are fucking stupid. Like, what the fuck?
It depends on the theory, though.
Yeah.
Like there are definitely some where like it's like maybe
Political
a secret
theories,
organization and shit.
I ain't got
like,
anything in it. I don't know. I don't know enough about it.
Area 51.
That was our.
I think it could have been.
I don't think there are aliens in Area 51.
I don't think it.
I think if there was, I think there's life in the universe.
Yeah.
Obviously, there would
With
have
how
to
big
be.
there's no way that we're the only ones. No chance. But if there were other life, forms, I'm not gonna say aliens. Well, they are aliens.
But like
they're not like. Well. I think if they're intelligent, they probably have languages and like
Probably, yeah.
probably
We
very
just
smart
wouldn't understand
and look similar to us because evolution works the same. Like it's not like
But it depends on the
Depending
biology of their planets.
Yeah, exactly.
What they
That
would
too.
have needed to survive to be, because we're upright standing because it made it easier to run long distances, which made it easier to hunt,
Debatable.
which increased
A
our
cheetah can
survivability.
run way faster than I ever could, bro.
But only for 60 seconds.
Dude,
Well,
The fact
long
that
di-
the
long
fact that we
long
can
long distances.
the fact that we
Okay,
can run a
okay.
5K is part of why
Okay.
we are the
And think
top
about
of the food
swimming
chain.
too. There's people that can swim
True.
miles.
True.
So swimming,
We're pretty,
walking.
like-
We
diverse,
we traded speed for endurance because that helps a lot more with hunting.
Yeah.
and we traded. Well, actually,
We traded memory, like immediate memory, we traded like flash memory for
long term.
for language,
Okay.
for the ability to ask questions and process language.
Okay.
Who's the person making these Pokemon trades for this? Like, who decides? Like,
There's a study in
we'll give
I'm
you
Japan
sure,
for
there's,
monkeys.
I'm sure there's a group. There's no
There's
one
a
person.
group.
There's a
no-
study of
Oh,
chimps
man.
in Japan.
That's so interesting though that's like actually how that works. Like this part of the brain gets
We think-
smaller, so this
because-
part can get bigger. That's I like.
But what I was saying, Area 51, if there were aliens, intelligent life, that could get here, there's
They
no way
could
we
definitely
would.
get out.
There's no way we would be able to hold them in that one spot without them either
Granted,
communicating with us.
we would only find things that crashed.
Yeah.
So they'd probably be disabled to some degree.
But still,
Or
there's zero thought in my mind that they'd be held there.
I
when
think
literally the
it's too
entire
obvious.
world knows.
yes,
that they
Yes,
are.
everyone-
I think it could have been before it became a trope.
As soon as it
It's
became
another
a
thing.
movie
That's the thing
trope,
Chase was saying that I definitely agree with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as it became a movie trope, they moved everything.
Exactly. There's no way they're.
But
like, "Pfft, they're
I
right.
think if
Let's go
anything,
work on
if
this
there
laser."
were aliens there, it would be nothing like holding them all captive.
They
We
would- it
wouldn't
would
do
be more
that.
like meetings.
It'd be like Men in Black,
Yeah.
where they all like interact. Like it's just an environment of only the people who could handle the idea that aliens are here.
That's sick, but I don't think that is what happens. But like, I think that would be Sorry.
If it was happening, it would probably be something like that.
Yeah.
But I doubt it.
But I
Because
don't
I
think-
feel like they'd be way too intelligent to be held captive
all
by
I think
us.
that's happening
Yeah,
in there,
no way.
'cause
We're pretty
it's an Air
stupid on
Force
the
base.
galactic
it's just,
time span.
It's just their experimental Air Force technology.
Yeah,
that's all.
That's the only reason it's so secretive. Is because
Yeah.
if any of that gets out, the rest of the world knows
If
our
aliens
secrets.
have crashed here and we have their technology and we've learned from it, I don't doubt that we're using that information there to build aircrafts.
You
but-
think phones are from that?
No.
He's just
I was
holding
gonna
up his
say-
phone.
No.
Dude,
But look
alien.
how fast we went from having fat computers.
That's a technology thing. Because
To
the better
this.
your technology is, the more you
better
can
it
use
gets.
your
Yeah.
technology.
exponentially.
The better it is, the rich get richer, the better it gets better.
But going
That
back
makes
to
sense.
it, talking
Could
about
get
how
better.
big the universe is and like the place that we live in, I don't think aliens have even been to Earth.
Why would they come here?
Exactly.
Exactly.
We're so far
unremarkable.
off. Yeah.
But
If they have the technology to get here, why would they want to come here?
Or
they
stay-
obviously
what do we
will.
have they don't?
So think about how
Maybe
we
they
look
wanna
for
study
planets.
us.
When we look
Knowledge,
for
of course.
exoplanets, we look for the signs of
life.
it could support
Yeah.
any form of life because
They've
we know
found some,
we
right?
know
Yeah,
we found
we've
thousands.
found a ton of them.
So we know that only to be able to be considered life, you have to actively react to your environment to keep yourself alive.
Mm-hmm.
So for that to happen, you need complex molecule chains, and the only thing that can form that, there's like 3 elements that can make long chains. One of them is obviously carbon. That's the one that was easiest here based on temperature.
That we know of. Because like you said,
No,
there's only
because they
3
test
things.
this. They test this all the time. They use different elements, and just based on how chemistry works,
But
just
what
universally.
if there's elements that we don't even know about that are, because obviously the universe is huge. What if there's elements we don't even know about that are making life right now? That's not something you can deny. or
The thing
confirm.
is though, we've gotten to the point where the molecules we've discovered, like the things above uranium, even, like the things that have 3 letters in their what's it
Symbol.
called? In their symbol, as opposed to 2 with everything else. It's like unobtainium isn't a real one, but like there's like like they have weird names.
Sounded out.
But the only reason they exist on the chain on like the periodic table is because we
we've
were
seen
able to create them for a split second. But they're so unstable that they can't exist for more than a split second. So that's how we really know there's not more elements, is because they can't exist beyond a certain like size, just based on principles.
Now I'm gonna completely throw like a left field thing out here.
Yeah.
Time dilation with like some,
If there was a planet going fast enough,
Yeah.
that's a good point.
some type of like element or something that's even further past
But-
that exists for even smaller of a time, but in these specific conditions they
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Either way, each like particle feels time its own way. So
Yeah.
that particle would still, to itself, only exist for a split second. So it wouldn't be able to form molecules. To us, it may exist for thousands of years, but to itself, it still only exists for a split second. Because that's how time. The whole thing with those equations is that everything. It's the idea of relativity. Everything's relative. We feel time differently based on gravity, based on speed.
math.
sure yeah.
Everything, mass too.
Time travel. Okay.
Yeah.
Think about this. I'm sure you guys have heard this before. Okay. I don't think it'll ever happen, but if we could have a person in something that could travel at the speed of light, and that thing went out into space at the speed of light for a year and came back at the speed of light for a year, Earth will have gone through more years than the 1 year
A
that
lot
they went
more.
through. So would the person age based off of their 1 year that they were traveling, or would they age based off of how many Earth years
They'd
there
age
were?
based off their
They
own
would
time.
age 1 year, right?
So that is
Yeah.
so we
Because
could
their-
time travel.
their
and I feel like
laboratory-
it's confirmed at this point.
Their laboratory, which is like the general word that he uses for a space that's all in the same frame of reference.
It's going through
So
365 days.
their frame of reference is only going through 365 days. But because that frame of reference is moving so fast, everything around it appears to move slower.
Yeah.
So would they, when they come back, be in
Be
the future? In the future,
To
okay.
them. To us, we just see them.
They'd be gone for so many years and then they'd come back.
So I think
Well,
time travel.
okay. I think
And
it's,
that I don't think we could travel back in
I
time.
can't remember how the formulas work exactly.
Traveling back in
because
time
of-
makes no sense
So
unless
the
there's
reason
states.
that it's so weird.
like
Unless
That's the
there's
twin
no
paradox,
shapes.
actually. That's the reason we can't use that to time travel, is because it's the twin paradox. When they come back, because of the idea of relativity, like, to us, it's moving. To them, we're moving away from them. So we appear to be the ones going through less time. So you can't really know what's going to happen. Because once they come back, it's just kind of weird.
Wait, going in the future or the past?
You can't go in the past.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know about that.
Well, not with
You don't
not
think-
using
we don't know
relativity.
yet.
Not
Okay,
using
okay.
relativity.
We
You
don't know
can't
that.
use relativity
But
to
we
go
don't know how
backwards.
time works fully yet, though.
We don't.
Because
Because I was
what
going to
if-
say, throw a black hole in there, who knows?
what if time is its own element, and there are timelines?
There are theories that black holes just are on the other side of a black hole. Once you hit the singularity, you go outwards in an alternate dimension in which time travels backwards.
Jesus Christ, that doesn't...
Well, that's
How
a
did
theory,
Matthew
that's a
McConaughey
theory.
get out then?
That's a theory.
That's
though.
a theory. It's not very well founded. But
What if black holes I'm creating this theory. I've never heard of it.
Okay,
But this is just, our minds are going crazy right now, so might as well throw it out there. What if when you go into a black hole, if you could survive, which don't think you can, because doesn't a black hole, it gets stronger as you get closer to the middle, so you'd be torn apart.
Spaghettification.
Yeah.
Dude,
Okay.
I love spaghetti.
So what if when you get past, because black holes just suck everything in and it just vanishes, right?
As far as
it combines
we know.
As far as
with
we
the
know.
singularity.
Yeah.
Because
So
of
the
how
black
dense
hole
it is.
literally grows.
Except Hawking
with what it
radiation.
eats. Hawking radiation is a thing.
Yeah.
But the bigger you are, the less Hawking radiation affects you.
But what if everything that goes through a black hole comes out in a different dimension? And there are multiple dimensions of the same universe.
Yeah. Many
and
worlds
then
theory.
Multiverse.
Pretty,
type
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
That would be. I mean, I think
We
that,
really
that
have
could be valid.
no idea.
Yeah.
Quantum
there's no way.
mechanics is still fucky. It's existed for 100
I don't
years
think it'll ever
almost, and
be-
it's still fucky.
I don't think it'll
It's
ever.
so hard to know.
Yeah, no, you can't. Unless I don't think technology. Either we're dead before the time
Yeah,
technology gets this big.
I don't think we're gonna sustain as a race long enough to like.
Because
figure this shit
okay,
There are unknowables that are unknown because they can't be known, just based on how things work.
Dude, I want that on a shirt or something. That was sick.
unknowables.
There are unknowables that will not be known just because they're not unknown.
Yeah.
Some shit, whatever you just said, I'll buy it. Throw a bagel on
Unknowable.
there, up the
Throw a
price.
bagel on it. Just
Hey man, AL is unknowable. Haha.
It's because no one knows of us.
Yup.
Dang, that's tough. That's a good one. Throw that on a shirt. That'll get you views. People
Have
be
you
like,
ever
"Oh,
asked
that
where
sucks."
your like farthest away viewer is from?
I know, actually.
You do.
Well, not farthest away, because literally, like, there's been so many countries, but on Twitch's analytics, after I end the stream, it'll show me where my viewers were from, percentages. And I had one from Bangladesh. I've had some from China. That's weird, because I speak English. But, like, I think the furthest one, I don't know geography very well. I think the furthest one was China.
What if that'd be funny if you were just like streaming in China and then you said something about Tiananmen Square and then your analytics just dropped four people.
I'm like, well, dang, that's tough.
Whoops.
Shit, sorry China.
I don't know if we've ever had a China viewer. I haven't checked.
Oh.
We've just
Do you
been
guys wait?
That's
before we
what I was
continue-
making the joke about Tiananmen Square. If you say Tiananmen Square Massacre 19 whatever when it was, then their internet will get cut.
Really?
Wow.
Because China specifically cuts out.
One sec. Before we get back into the brain work stuff, do you guys take this? It's only on YouTube, right?
Yeah. We were talking about uploading to Pornhub for a while, but like we haven't got there yet.
Don't know about that. That would have.
No, just our videos.
you'd have
Just
to-
our videos.
No, you'd have to include like a dick somewhere for them.
You
to
don't.
say. You don't.
You don't.
Dude, I'm
We've
gonna start
gone
posting
through-
VODs on Pornhub.
That's what we're saying.
We've gone through Pornhub specifically to find the non-porn.
Those videos
We'd
are
have to make,
hilarious.
we'd probably have to make a title that is.
For it to show up.
Yeah. It has to be something that someone would normally look up on Pornhub. Like, you know what?
But it doesn't. That's the thing. When you dive into the depths of non-porn Pornhub,
There's a whole
it's
community
fucking great.
of it that's just
It's
like,
fantastic.
people
It's the
pirate
funniest
like
shit.
whole movies.
Oh my! Put it on Pornhub.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who's gonna look there?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, who's gonna look there?
But they're up there. I think you can watch the whole Shrek movie up there.
I believe it. That's
so
we
so
found
funny.
it. Yeah.
Anyway, god dang it. Okay, take this. I'm serious. Take this, because on Spotify you can do podcasts. On Apple Music you can do podcasts. Take just the audio
Yeah.
from these, throw them on there. What's the point in not? That's literally just an
extra
extra outlet.
exposure.
Exactly.
And then you can watch it without, or you can listen to it without like.
And you guys have your
having to-
Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Take these videos. IGTV. You know the new thing?
Yeah. How
Where you
long
can
does
up-
those last though?
However you want.
Really?
Someone had a freaking 25-minute IGTV. Throw the podcast on there. There's so many, especially with podcasts. You can go on your app store right now, type podcast, scroll through them. There's
We used to do SoundCloud.
yeah, do SoundCloud. You need to do all of it, dude.
That's completely on pretty much me and the editors. I just haven't done that. Exported the audio.
Dude.
So like I got it, but
It's you don't you edit already.
Yeah.
You edit the whole podcast.
I just have to export it as
All
a
you do
separate
is
file.
take the audio out.
Dude,
and then
that's why you
upload.
need this bitch. When I was when I would like fuck around with videos and stuff, and I'd export.
How long were those videos you were messing with though?
Well, okay, I'd export.
I don't know about
a
a
10-minute.
970.
So I had to do a video project for school. It was 4-minute video, exported in like 15 seconds.
It depends on the length,
And the
how many
quality.
layers there are,
There were a lot.
everything that you else
Because I had
do.
to make visuals
Okay.
that
Wait.
were representing quantum mechanics.
One sec.
Oh, that's satisfying.
Sorry. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to. I did it on accident. I was like,
Dude,
yo.
I took a quantum mechanics course at IU. Great.
Quantum mechanics.
So
What
it was quantum. It was called Quantum Mysteries for Everybody, or for everyone, and it was literally meant to be quantum mechanics, but
Look who decides to show up. Welcome, bro.
get in here, bro. So it was just quantum mechanics, like the mysteries of quantum mechanics, literally, like all the primary questions of it,
So,
but without the math.
my question is, like, with quantum mechanics and like, you know how plasma is the another element
The fourth state.
or the fourth state of matter. How is that? Is that proven?
Yes.
So there's
We
been
can
plasma.
support plasma. So basically the idea of plasma is it gets so hot that electrons dissociate from nuclei and it can conduct electricity.
That's insane. Because
the reason that metals can conduct and some metals are and aren't conductive is because if you have some extra electrons in a higher power in a higher energy state, which energy states are like a weird way to put it, but it works. So we viewed it as like an energy well. So obviously closest to the electron, and it's pretty hard to get out. But when you get up a certain amount of energy states, it's real easy to get out of the energy well. And so some metals have enough electrons that there's a bunch of them above this energy well that if you want to run electricity, the electrons will just flow through the material.
I just learned recently, since you're speaking about energy well and stuff, energy escaping or whatever, I didn't know that the photons that hit us from the sun have to escape.
Mm-hmm.
I thought
It takes a few million years actually. So the light you're seeing from the sun is a few million years old.
Yes, I thought it was just
goes
emitting
with
it.
most of it,
I thought it was just
It's close to the surface that mainly emits light.
I
but-
don't know if that's correct though.
So if
No,
you
I don't think it takes millions
if
of
you
years
want to
for
see
the
a photon
sunlight.
from the core,
Okay.
that takes millions of years. The sunlight from the photosphere,
The
which
most
is the part
light
we
that
see,
we get, isn't it like 8 minutes though?
that's just sheer speed of light
I
from
thought
the
it took
surface of
8
the sun to
minutes.
here.
I thought it took
That's
8
what that
minutes
is.
to get there, yeah.
But the photons that are emitted in the photosphere have to bounce around through the photosphere first and then through the corona. So it takes a few minutes or even potentially years for that photon to get out of the sun and then go straight to Earth.
Also, going back to time travel, it's not really time travel, but it's kind of crazy when you look at the sky, you're looking into the past.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was just about to bring
Yeah.
something up with that.
So
There's
many
a
stars
website.
that we see are dead.
Yeah.
There's a website you can put in the date you were born, and then like
It'll tell you how many stars have died since then.
no,
That would be cool.
It'll tell you.
It would just be an exponential number.
It'll tell you what star is emitting a photon that came out the day you were born.
That's a pretty small radius.
Oh yes. Mm-hmm.
That's like there's only. Fuck. I'm trying to think. The closest star is 4 light years away.
I think we can get there. Not soon.
It'd take
Not soon.
about 10,000 years if we left now. But if we wait, that's the point.
But the thing is, are we
there's
gonna
an
be here in
entire thing.
10,000 years?
Probably.
We're
That's the thing.
probably
We
gonna
have
kill
to. So
ourselves
there's
off.
like this thing. There's an equation where it's the weight calculation. So obviously, with today's technology, we should not try and get to Alpha Centauri. We shouldn't try to get to the Centauri system because it'd be a waste of time.
You're telling me there's a whole system of centaurs? It's crazy.
Maybe.
So
Never
right,
know.
it'd be a waste of time to try and go there. But if we wait 100 years, would it be a waste of time? So it's like, how long should we wait for the technology to be advanced enough to get there in a reasonable amount of time? Because if we wait too long to where it only takes a few years to get there, we would potentially be dead by then.
I'm saying give Elon a couple years and we'll be there.
Elon's really. I love Elon.
He's going.
Imagine giving your
There's already
cars
stuff.
updates. Imagine. I love Elon, dude.
Dude, did you see that they have a thing? Completely switching topics here real quick. But you can play games, because you know how the Teslas have that giant screen?
Yeah.
They have a racing game in Teslas where you can sit in the car, put it in park, and use it as like a full steering rig.
You can make people
racing
I
game.
You can
want
make people
Tesla
fart.
to. I want a thing where Tesla will make a car that
Can fly.
that they
That
can
too, though. That's pretty sick.
display on the windows.
Oh, like a HUD?
A movie.
A racing game. So where like your front window is displaying what your front windshield would be
I can see
on
that,
that
man.
track.
Yeah,
and then
it's
each
just a
window
matter
is
of
doing
time.
that.
Just look at Elon.
I want to build that shit myself. I feel like that'd be so cool if I could figure out how to program that.
I feel like Elon Musk is one of the, if not the only, no, not the only, but one of the only CEOs or owners of a company that actually cares about their customers' satisfaction more than profit.
Yeah, I see him on Twitter all the time.
Elon cares
just
way
talking
more
to
about
customers
the
their
ideas
issues.
that he's coming up with than he cares about profit.
Because look at how far ahead he's gotten in his vehicle.
Just by wanting to make more.
And like,
Exactly.
look at all these
Just
other
make them
cars. It's still so basic. Just him focusing more on our satisfaction and the aesthetics of the
It's
car.
crazy, like that quality too, with how much he's doing.
Yeah.
He's all over the place. He's making cars. He's doing.
He's
that
had to drop
SpaceX.
Tesla. He's had to not be the.
Yeah.
He had to drop Tesla as the CEO. He's not the CEO of Tesla
Yeah.
anymore. He's just a board member.
He was an
That's how he
investor
broke
in
it
PayPal.
big.
Yeah.
He's
No,
also-
he made PayPal.
Oh, okay. Well,
He's
there it
also
is.
doing.
He made
the,
PayPal and sold it, and that's where he got his fortune from.
Wow.
Mind, man.
He's a smart
That's
He
dude.
is so. But
He's like
it's not
part of
just
the
about being
discussion
smart.
when he's talking about rockets.
He wants to do it. He doesn't want to do it. He does it. He'll talk about something.
yeah.
He spent 2 years just trying to like read and study rocketry just because he wanted to. He knew nothing about it prior to starting SpaceX.
That's crazy.
Like he knew from the very beginning, before PayPal, that he wanted to do rockets. That's what he wanted to do. So he built PayPal, sold it, started Tesla, and then started SpaceX.
I'm
and he's
excited.
just like innovating so much crazy shit. Like he made rocket ships that
can
they
land
could just
themselves.
land. Yeah.
NASA's going back to the moon, right? 2020,
2026.
Oh, I thought it was 2022.
2022, they're sending the first stuff to start it.
That's
But
good.
they want to send men back to the moon in 2026.
I'm excited about that because
That's cool.
finally all the people that are like, oh, it didn't happen, can shut up.
Yes!
Like,
You can watch this shit!
all this stuff
Tell that to
happening.
Chase, man.
Dude, stuff happening in history.
Chase
like,
believes we went, but he doesn't believe we went in 1969.
Okay, I'll give him that.
that make, I mean,
But, okay, I'm not going to talk about this.
Like, imagine-
I'm
okay.
going into way too long of a tangent.
imagine this, okay? You are there for the launch in whatever year that was, and you watch the rocket literally
so
leave the atmosphere. You watch it. And then your grandkids come to you and say it didn't happen. Mm-hmm. You know how mad I would be?
Mm-hmm.
I literally watched the rocket leave the Earth. Like,
No.
and then I was
Well,
there
the
for when it
question
came
isn't
back.
that the rocket was able to leave the atmosphere.
But if it can,
It's that
but
it
if
couldn't get to space.
But if it leaves
Or get
the
to, like-
atmosphere, then like, what's
Where
to be
else is it
skepti-
gonna
what is there to
go?
be skeptical
Sorry,
about?
that's the hardest part.
What? Leaving the
Getting out is the
I'm
hardest
sure
part.
landing's not harder than that.
Well, the gravity
Well, on the moon, landing is not that hard.
for
Much lower
well,
gravity.
We're plebs. We don't know
Yeah,
about
true,
this stuff.
It's not nearly as hard as escaping the atmosphere because escaping Earth, you have to worry about aerodynamics because you are trying to puncture without burning up. You have to worry about if you have enough fuel to escape Earth's gravity. You have to worry about if you have the proper insulation to protect the astronauts.
Does it?
On the moon, there's no atmosphere, 1/6 the gravity, so there's much more play in your landing, and just stuff like that. It's just like
What if
significantly
you land
easier.
upside down though?
That I feel like that's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, there's still gravity.
Imagine if they land just head first in the moon.
And
It's like, yeah,
when they
we
break
can't-
the ship, they just come out like.
They just come out like, well,
Wait,
Let's go.
didn't they exit through the bottom of the ship though?
yeah.
They just crawl.
No,
out.
there's a door on the side.
Damn
There's
it!
a
I don't
ladder.
know shit.
You don't know shit.
Oh yeah, dude. No,
On the bottom is a rocket.
the first words on
Oh my god! There's one point that I do want to bring up that pisses me off. Go ahead.
the first words on the moon weren't that's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. It was, I think, was it Buzz Aldrin that said landing? He said
Landing complete?
point contact.
Contact. Yeah, point
That's
contact.
the first word spoken on the moon. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Imagine being Buzz Aldrin. No, imagine not being Buzz Aldrin or Neil. Imagine being the third guy who had to stay in the orbiter.
Who no one freaking knows.
Who is that?
Exactly.
Michael Collins is his name.
That
Mike
sucks.
Collins.
That
You
sucks.
serious?
Michael
No,
Collins.
He didn't even get to. He didn't even
Still
get
a
to
fucking
leave.
legend.
That sounds like a country singer. Like, I
Oh,
don't
dude,
know
the
that.
moon. The people who have been to the moon is the most exclusive boys club on the planet.
That's so
It's
sick.
7 people.
Oh, Buzz Aldrin punched him, or someone got up real up into his face, and he got upset.
Oh, like not too long ago.
Because they were,
yeah.
somebody got up in his face talking about how the moon landing was fake.
Yes,
And
or-
Buzz Aldrin was just like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
Like, how can you tell the man that walked on the fucking moon that they didn't go to the moon?
Dude, but I just
Great
don't
actor.
understand
He's
how
still in character.
I don't understand how people. I don't understand how people can look at things written in history books, or even hieroglyphs. If we're gonna go that far back, and say it didn't happen.
Okay, well, I don't know about that.
Well,
Writing is the
Not
weird
talking
thing.
about the stuff on the walls that we see. That might not be history. That could be stories. That could be religious.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean stuff that we
We
know.
have video of.
Like, how could you say the Holocaust? How can people think the
Are there
Holocaust
people
didn't
saying
happen?
that?
Yes.
What?
There are people alive that were literally in the camps, and people
Try to tell them
not a
that
lot
it
of
didn't
people.
happen.
Not a lot of people.
Yes.
But
not
some
nearly as
people-
big as the flat Earth thing.
Yeah, some people are like the Holocaust was a
gotta
scam.
take
Was a
this
scam.
Keep going.
That's crazy.
Hello?
How could you not believe
Yeah.
that the Holocaust happened? Like
Oh.
I'm worried about
I
that.
forgot to do this. Mihai, this is Sam. Weary.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
I was done.
So there's this thing. There's this fucking. Oh my god, it's so hard not to say the R word when I'm talking about this guy.
Okay.
There's this fucking dipshit,
Let's
and his
go.
name is Jake the Asshole on YouTube. His name is literally Jake the Asshole.
Mm-hmm.
He makes like flat Earth / conspiracy videos, and he was playing a video of the moon lander leaving the moon because they left a camera there to broadcast that
Amateur mistake.
the lander leaving. They did it on purpose. You fucking
Is there a
fool.
camera on the moon right now?
Probably.
They probably picked it up when they went back.
They
Well-
went back?
They went back 3 times.
That's crazy.
Isn't the flags that they put on the moon white now?
Yes,
Bleached. Okay.
because fucking cosmic rays are very aggressive.
Yeah, but I've seen the video. That thing flapped.
Oh.
That was in a Hollywood
That
basement.
was
dude.
the
Yeah.
dude twisting it into the
Sure
ground.
was.
All right, whatever. So he made a video where he was showing people the video of the lander leaving the moon.
Who did?
This guy Jake the Asshole on YouTube,
Okay.
and he makes conspiracy videos.
I trust that name.
So
Definitely.
he showed the video, and if
Sounds
you,
like he knows what he's talking
you
about.
could honestly, sorry if this is too much, throw a short clip of the video.
29, proceeded, 3, 2, 1, ignition. Right away, Houston. That's your grid.
You watched it. You see how it leaves. There's no smoke behind it. There's no kind of fire trail. And that's one of the points he was like. He's like, that looks so fake. Like, there's no kind of flames coming out of the bottom.
But there's no oxygen interacting with it, right?
Yeah. Because they knew. I did so much research on this. Like, I literally saw this video. I was like, that pissed me off. I'm going to look this up and I'm going to research it. They used a specific type of thruster that uses a fuel, and the fuel has no visible, even in an oxygenated atmosphere, there's no visible trail of it. It's like, the reaction is invisible to us.
It would have been too bright for the camera to see, right?
That's not why.
Oh,
it's
okay.
because it's because
Good guess, though. I
it's
would've
because
guessed.
the
Yeah,
things
I
that we
thought
do are just kind of overkill on the moon.
Okay, yeah.
So you didn't need nearly as much fuel for this reaction and to get it off the moon. And so not only did they use an explosive separation from the legs and the lander to send it back up, they also used a type of rocket that has no visible trace of its fuel
Just because,
being exhausted.
just
just
to make
because
sure
of the
they
reaction.
leave. Yeah.
Well, just because of the reaction. It's just the reaction they chose.
Okay.
The rocket they chose to use happens to have a reaction that's not visible. And I looked it up. I saw the test videos, like testing that thruster, and you can see it exerting force without having any kind of visible trail, but you can see the dust flying out of the way below it. So obviously something's happening. But obviously they're gonna say, "Oh, that could be fake."
Well, I think he's a clown.
It's
He's
so
he's a
whack.
clown.
And he's like, that looks so fake. Do you realize how much weaker the gravity on the moon is? You can fucking calculate it.
You could probably jump out of the atmosphere of the moon.
I could sit down right now and calculate exactly the mass of the moon.
Can you jump
and
out
then
of the atmosphere of the moon? How big is the atmosphere of the moon?
You can't jump out of it. Not
No?
a person.
So it's really...
It's 1/6.
How high does it go?
The atmosphere? It's like, there's virtually no atmosphere.
The like the
The aura
The feel,
of
the
it, basically.
feel.
Like, what if we get someone who's
You mean-
got hops?
What if we got like the highest vertical leap possible to go to the moon and just yeet himself?
He might be able to. Not in a
Himself
spacesuit.
out of atmosphere.
Okay, take him out of the spacesuit,
Give
jump,
him a
then he
spring.
dies,
We see how far he went.
I think we see how far he goes. And if he doesn't make it,
he might be able to break the main part of the atmosphere, but the exosphere goes out way further, just like on Earth.
And you know the moon's gonna be gone one day.
Yeah,
moving
it's
a
drifting
centimeter
away
away.
a couple centimeters a year.
Yep.
That's the same thing with like, aren't we gonna lose our pinky toe in a couple?
They think in a few hundred generations
evolve away.
it'll merge with the other toe.
Dude, they're gonna be such freaks.
Well, it doesn't.
They're gonna have.
Well, the thing is,
They're gonna have
some people's
one
will.
less toe to
There will
suck.
be two different
That
like
sucks.
branches
So
of
it's
traits.
like being right-handed and left-handed. You're either gonna have a pinky or no pinky.
Do you think that's gonna spark a race war?
No.
Maybe.
Stop. No.
You goddamn no pinky motherfucker.
Exactly.
Dude, no way. Stop. No.
Did you know your pinky toe's muscle, like not the toe itself, but the muscle that was there to control it,
It's gone.
is one of the most important muscles in balance?
Yeah. Oh.
That
I'm
and
a
your big
dancer.
toe.
Yeah. Of course I know.
So that outside muscle, it's just like your hand. This muscle for your pinky is the majority of your grip.
Yeah. I
This
knew
and your
that.
thumb are
I
the
knew
two
that about the
majority.
balance. Yeah.
So if you try to grab something without your, like, if you used a gripper, like a grip strength thing, if you did it with and without your pinky, it'd be pussy shit without
Which
your pinky.
finger is your weakest finger?
I think it's your ring.
It might be actually.
I think it is. Look, do it right now.
Just try. Yeah,
because
do it.
it's so susceptible to being like pulled out by the rest of
You
the
can feel it.
Yeah.
You can
It's your
tell.
weakest
There's
muscle.
There's
Just put your
less
fist-
muscles working on this one.
Well, see, that's the thing. You can see that only these three are actually controlled from the arm.
So does the pinky finger not have a tendon?
No, because the muscle is in your hand.
That's cool, dude.
That's sick.
That's
The
why.
muscle that
Knowledge,
controls.
dude.
Well, there's a little bit of
Yo,
a tendon that
I've
goes
never
out to your
done
hand.
that.
But that's because. So if you hold down your other three and just
I
use
can't
your
see
pinky, it's just the muscle, the bone
has
that's
been the
moving.
most
Twist
scientific
your wrist a
podcast
little
we've
bit.
done.
fun.
This is great.
Dude,
fun.
I was gonna bring up a point and then I forgot it.
Yeah, it happens a lot here.
Yeah, because we keep talking about stuff and then my brain goes somewhere else.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, I mean,
Oh
You
yeah,
almost messed
I
it
got
up.
it. I got it. I love when this happens.
it's
Okay.
such a great feeling.
I know, right?
You remember what you were thinking about?
I was thinking about global warming, and I think
about it.
that's what is gonna.
Oh, absolutely.
I know.
What's going to kill us?
I think that's what's gonna get rid of
Absolutely.
us. I don't think it's gonna happen as soon as they say it will, but I think it's gonna.
I
happen.
think fear will force us into fixing it.
No.
I hope
I
so,
think-
I don't
but
think
we're
so.
stupid.
I don't think we're smart enough for that.
Oh, I think
I don't think
we
people
already
as a
know how to
majority-
solve it.
We
Look
just
who's
won't do
alive
it.
though. Look who's alive right now.
All right.
You think if you went to everyone, unless the government acts, if you tell people stop using a gas car,
Hell
you're
no.
literally destroying the planet.
Hell no.
It's too convenient. So the government is going to have to
Well,
say
it's too
gas
financially
cars,
inconvenient to have to change cars.
stop. Especially a Tesla. Teslas are expensive.
But if the government does this thing where they give you like a subsidy if you switch to an EV, that'd be a great fucking plan.
they have to.
Tesla's blowing up so fast, though. I think it's going to be one of the leading.
It is.
EVs.
Yeah.
Every
I think it's
car
gonna become so
manufacturer
widespread.
except for
Making
Toyota.
electric.
No, they are.
They are.
Every car manufacturer is now making EVs or working on EVs.
But
And they're
I
gonna get
think
cheaper over
Tesla.
time.
Toyota isn't,
They're gonna,
even though they invented the Prius. No, but they're working on a different thing. They're working on hydrogen fuel cell cars. So it's like a whole different
I
situation.
feel like that's also
it's
gonna
it's
happen.
gonna be whack.
But
it's not
but-
gonna work.
okay, but
Someone
think about
should just
this.
The
cut the
energy
bottom out of the
differential is
car
not
and
very
everyone
high.
wins.
But who knows?
We also have to change the way we create electricity,
Yep.
right? Because
Yeah.
we still use.
Nuclear power, you fucking idiots!
Yep, I guess. but we still have to use oil or no gas, right?
To
create
make the
electricity.
change. We still have to make the change, but we have to do it under an oil thing because that's all we have.
But
What
that's
would-
going to take
what-
a huge amount, is it not?
Building, yeah.
What would nuclear? What is that? How does that work?
It's the cleanest energy that we have.
But what? How do you make it?
Cleanest to the
Whoa.
amount of energy it actually
Could
is.
you
This is
make
my
it-
favorite part of energy.
Could you make it
It's
at the
nuclear.
scale that we have energy now?
Yeah,
Easily.
easily. So, right
People
now,
are just scared of it.
the thing of,
Well,
if you had to guess, how many times has there been a nuclear accident? And there's a difference between the term accident and incident. There is accident where
I can only
radioactive
think of it, honestly.
radioactive material actually escapes the reactor and goes out into the environment. And incident is where it's a completely contained meltdown, which even those are rare.
I'm gonna go one.
Which one are you asking about?
There's
Incidents
three.
or accidents?
No, there are 2 accidents and 1 major incident.
Chernobyl was the incident.
No, Chernobyl got out.
Chernobyl was
Dude,
the
do you know
worst
what
accident
Chernobyl
ever.
is?
But so that's
all over
that's
there.
The Chernobyl exclusion zone is still so irradiated you can't live there for more than a few months.
And I think
Build it
that's
out
why we
dying.
don't have nuclear energy yet.
Yes, people are scared because
Those scientists
it's
were
so
so
hard.
dumb.
Yeah, they were.
So
people
dumb.
don't know the context of Chernobyl.
They did.
They were doing.
They were running a test.
They did it on. They didn't do it on purpose, but they decided to test what would happen if power failed in the middle of a reaction, which is something that while developing nuclear technology they wanted to test.
That's not an accident.
Oh no, it was an accident because they
It
didn't know
was
what
just
happened.
it was just a list of
So,
stupid decisions they
it's-
made that
it's-
led up.
So
to
that
this.
is-
The way the
Human error.
reactor was
Yeah,
built,
exactly,
the
it was.
engineers were separated. The way that the reactor was built, it was built with a type of limiter that is not used as much anymore. So it's not a
Wonder
very
why.
smart way. Yeah. They decided to turn off all the safety mechanisms because power failure. They were
Yep.
testing a power failure.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't even want to hear this
and then
anymore.
the type of reactor was a reactor that when you release, they accidentally pulled out all the limiters completely, so that lets the reaction go absolutely AWOL like a nuclear bomb. So it's a combination. It's literally
It's
a
just people
series of
being-
unfortunate events.
Yeah. I wouldn't even
Can I
call
say
it fortunate events. You can if you want.
Yeah, we
Just
try not
edit
to.
it out. These
Yeah,
guys
we'll
are
bleep
retarded.
it.
They're
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
I just love saying it's my favorite word.
It's sometimes it's fitting.
And
So that's why
and in that
Chernobyl
moment-
happened.
Take it out if you want, but like.
So that's accident number 1, the worst in history. Chernobyl, they were fucking stupid.
That's
Accident number 2, Fukushima. Couple stupid decisions, few natural disasters. What happened with Fukushima is the reactor was running 30 years after its almost absolute endpoint. What the engineers said at this date, you should stop using this reactor and renovate it because it won't be viable. This is 30 years after that they were still using this reactor.
As you do. Yeah.
It's like
As you
drinking
do.
milk after its expiration date.
Yeah,
Can still do
terrible
it.
decision.
You can still do it. But it might not
Terrible
taste as
decision.
good.
Massive earthquake right off the coast of where it's at.
At the same time.
That rocked the entire island, so it fucked with the reactor. Power was still up though. Tsunami, as a result of the earthquake,
That's
Wow.
That's
hit the reactor. Power's still up.
So they didn't turn.
Aftershock of the earthquake. Well, they couldn't. Shit got fucked. So the reactor kind of kept running, even though they were. I mean, I don't know.
So they
For sure.
wanted.
I don't know the timescales of how things went, but backup power was still on because you can't just stop a reaction. It takes about an hour to stop the reaction.
Okay.
So all this happened within that time they were trying to stop the reactor. And either way, there's still radioactive material. So these two, massive earthquake and a massive tsunami, both the reactor core and everything survived without leaking any radiation.
Wow.
Aftershocks of the earthquake also affected it, but still didn't crack the shell and let out the core. It was only the tsunami from the aftershock earthquake that finally cracked the core and let all the radiation out. So that's how Fukushima happened. 3 Mile Island, I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but it was an accident where a little bit of radiation got let out over the island.
Dude, what I'm worried about.
No, 3 Mile Island is an incident. No radioactivity got let out. It just melted down really bad, but it got contained.
Is that where that like pile of goop
Off the
is? That
coast
if you
of
get close to it, you
California.
die.
That's Chernobyl.
Oh. Is
The
that pile
elephant's
of goop
foot-
still there?
The elephant's foot is still eating through the core.
Wow.
Not the core.
Who
sorry,
put an
the
elephant's
crust.
foot in there? That's crazy.
It's actually a neat idea. It's a like gray mass of cement, radioactive plutonium lava.
Jesus Christ.
Yup. And it's radiating so aggressively that it doesn't glow anymore.
Wow.
So it's shifted out of the visible
That's
spectrum.
insane.
So it's just gray, but it's just eating concrete.
Aren't they building a
Steadily.
giant
Is it gonna get
dome
into the
over it
crust
now?
of the earth? Is it just
Probably, but it won't do anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, Yosemite National Park. No, Yellowstone.
That's gonna get fucked if that erupts.
Dude,
We're fucked if Yellowstone erupts.
we gotta. That's what I'm worried about in my
That's
lifetime.
just the most unpreventable thing. It's a super
There has to
volcano.
be a way
can't-
we can avoid
can't-
it.
We can't.
Build a dome.
They won't get it done in time.
It's the Earth. And the worst, scariest part about Yellowstone, it's over it's over 700 years overdue for an eruption.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's what I'm scared of. Like, I literally get scared when I think about that.
That'll be effectively a nuclear winter.
But...
So the idea of like why we're scared of nuclear war isn't even necessarily the initial effects of like the nuclear bombs. Obviously, every city will be fucked. But you'd think if you go to a like rural area, you might be fine. But the thing is, nuclear fallout spreads across the planet, and it rains down across the entire planet, making everything irradiated.
And we have nothing to...
We have nothing to prevent that.
Because if it erupts, and you see, you know, the sky gets... The sky gets covered
blotted
in ash.
Out with ash, yeah.
We have nothing to even remotely... You know what might help? This is going to sound weird. What if our
honestly
global warming hole helps?
Oh, in the ozone layer?
Yeah.
The ozone layer hole doesn't really affect global warming.
No, but I mean, like, what if
It's
that
just
hole...
bad because the ozone protects us from the UV rays that we can't handle. So there are 3 like general types of UV rays. It's like the 3 parts of the UV part of the spectrum.
Yeah.
So UV1 is, I believe, what we are exposed to because ozone doesn't really block it as much. It absorbs a lot of it, but not all of it. So that's the one that mainly reaches the surface. That's what sunburns us. That's what tans us. It's whatever. UV2 and UV3 would fuck us up. Like, we might get pretty severe cancer if we're exposed to them on a regular basis. And that's why it's scary to have a hole in the ozone layers, because the ozone layer is what stops that.
But, what I was saying, what if the hole in the ozone layer lets out the ash?
That's what I was thinking you were doing.
It's not like a physical
like
hole, though.
It's
funnel.
like
It's
a part of the gas. It's a part of the ozone layer that doesn't have ozone. So ozone is a chemical.
Oh.
It's O3.
Okay.
As opposed to O2. So O2 is just regular oxygen. O2 is like what we breathe. O3 can only form in the low pressure of the upper atmosphere. So it all congregates in one space, and it absorbs UV light really well. What the hole in the ozone layer is, it's a spot where O3 just kind of isn't because of what we did. But it's not like a physical hole. Either way, ash it'd stay in the troposphere probably.
That's the only, like, I trust Elon still though.
No, but it would reverse global warming is the thing, because when ash blots out.
But we're all
the
gonna
sun,
die.
Oh yeah. Because it'll freeze.
But it'll fix it.
Everything will freeze over. That's kind of partially what we think causes ice ages.
So if we do like 1 or 2 atomic bombs, not like, you know.
1 or 2 will just irradiate some fairly large areas.
Like, I think people have said that if you opened a hole large enough that it would erupt Yellowstone.
Yeah. Well,
And
maybe.
It would
it
or
depends.
Would.
It would.
But what if we made a hole in it, not with a bomb, like an explosion, because that would cause...
drain it?
Yeah.
Just like let off
Holy
pressure
shit.
and just create a fucking lava field.
Dude, you gotta...
I would rather have a fucking lava field than
absolutely.
die.
Also, lava fields sound sick as fuck.
They are
dude.
sick as fuck.
But
lava field is just the area around the
Fuck your
volcano.
stupid national park. I want to survive.
Yeah, we want to not
myself.
die.
So why not? I know, but I think the reason they haven't tried drilling and making a large hole there
Because it's dangerous.
is because
It's
what if that
incredibly
does make
sensitive.
it explode?
Mhm.
Yo, DM Elon Musk.
Dude, I want to
All
say
right,
my butt.
I think we should wrap this podcast.
Yeah, we should probably wrap it up. Hey, you want to sit down for this real quick?
Oh, yeah, my butt just...
God damn it, Sam.
Hey, thanks for joining us on this podcast. Go check out Sam's channel and his Twitch.
Twitch.tv/WearyTwo.
Is there anything else you want to plug?
Be happy. Love yourself. Love your neighbors. Don't fight. You'll go to jail. Kids, find your passion and pursue it. Okay, bye.
Thanks for joining us.
Okay, bye.
Thanks for joining us, Mihai.
Thanks, Elon.